This is the Human Operating System Lab, where we learn how humans work, so we can build better lives, make better decisions, and help the people around us do the same. This is State Lesson 12, State and Leadership. Leadership is often described as influence, but influence is the result, not the mechanism. The mechanism is state. Before people hear your words, they read your nervous system. Before they trust your ideas, they evaluate your physiology. Long before strategy matter, biology has already begun making predictions. Leadership begins there. Not in authority, not in confidence, not in charisma, in regulation. Every human nervous system is constantly asking one question: am I safe? The answer shapes attention, memory, creativity, learning, decision-making, cooperation. When people perceive danger, their biology changes. Attention narrows. Working memory decreases. Threat detection increases. Defensive behaviors emerge. People become less curious, less creative, more reactive. The room changes because the biology changed. A leader's state becomes part of everyone else's environment, whether they intend it or not. Most people believe leadership begins when other people start following. It begins much earlier. It begins the moment you learn to regulate yourself. If your emotions control your behavior begins controlling the room. If your stress controls your decisions, your stress becomes contagious. Every interaction communicates information beyond words. Breathing, facial expression, movement, voice, timing, attention, presence. Your nervous system is always speaking, even when you are silent. Leadership is not emotional suppression. It is emotional regulation. You do not become less human. You become more intentional. Humans continuously synchronize with one another. This is called emotional contagion. We unconsciously mirror posture, facial expressions, breathing, energy, speech patterns. Even heart rate can begin synchronizing during shared experiences. The nervous system is designed for coordination. Long before civilization, this helped humans survive. A calm member of the group signaled safety. A frightened member signaled danger. That biology still exists. Today, that same biological architecture operates everywhere. Families, classrooms, hospitals, teams, organizations, communities. Whether you realize it or not, someone is constantly calibrating themselves against you. Imagine dropping a single stone into still water. One ripple becomes many. State works the same way. A parent's stress becomes a child's stress. A teacher's calm becomes a classroom's calm. A surgeon's composure steadies an operating room. A pilot's confidence steadies anxious passengers. One nervous system influences another, then another, then another. Leadership is a cascade of regulation. This is why leadership cannot be separated from physiology. The body always speaks first. Many people confuse pressure with performance. They believe stress creates excellence. Sometimes it creates urgency. Rarely does it create clarity. High-performing individuals often appear remarkably calm, not because the work is easy, but because unnecessary biological noise has been reduced. A regulated brain processes information more efficiently. It notices more, recovers faster, makes fewer impulsive decisions. Leadership is not creating pressure. Leadership is creating conditions where good decisions become more likely. People rarely remember every word you say. They remember how they felt around you. Your nervous system is constantly broadcasting 4 messages. I am safe. I am capable. I am present. I can recover. When those messages remain consistent, people begin trusting your leadership. Trust is not built through perfection. Trust is built through consistency. Anyone can appear calm when everything goes well. Leadership becomes visible during uncertainty. When plans fail, when emotions rise, when pressure increases, people stop watching the problem. They start watching you, not because you have every answer, but because they are unconsciously asking, how dangerous is this situation? Your state becomes part of their answer. Leadership is not a personality trait. It is an adaptive biological skill. And like every adaptive skill, it can be trained. Sleep, movement, breathing, recovery, awareness, attention, reflection. These are not simply wellness habits. They are leadership infrastructure. You cannot consistently transmit regulation if you never create it within yourself. Before entering an important conversation, pause. Slow your breathing. Relax unnecessary muscle tension. Widen your attention. Speak more slowly than your stress wants you to. Become the nervous system you want others to borrow. The strongest leaders are rarely the loudest. They are the most stable. They create clarity during uncertainty, calm during pressure, safety during challenge. Not because they ignore reality, but because they regulate themselves before attempting to regulate the situation. Leadership is not something people give you. It is something your nervous system demonstrates. Every room you enter changes. The only question is, what state are you bringing with you? This is the Human Operating System Lab.